And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Green Bay Packers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Marshall now, the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers steps away. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Cameron Wake in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. On second down, here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Draw play. Rodgers to Montgomery. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Zone. Jump out!
On first down, Rodgers. And that's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Nick Perry in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the end zone, Smith. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Jordan Reed has it, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Call it a loss of 14 on the play, and it'll make this a second and long.
Let's go, 15.
Here's Smith now on second down. Buying time to his left. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He'll check it down to Geis, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10, Smith. Completes it right side to Doxson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Geis with a carry on second down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Out of the gun, Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Let's go, let's go. Yeah, Liz.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him for a loss of 5.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Let's go, come on. Let's go, come on.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him for a loss of 5. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go, 15. We got three, Tiger. 47 to the right, boy, 47. Check, 47.
On 1st down, Smith. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Airing one out for Crowder. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. First career pick for the rookie Josh Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Hurry up. Get 300.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. Looking deep for, and Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down.
Let's go. 15.
Off of play action, here's Smith. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On 1st down, this is Geis. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
15.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey. I said.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And that'll bring up 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. Rolling to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cameron Wake in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On second down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 23 yards on the play.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Big hold of the 30. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Everyone's got four down. 27 right, 27.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith docks him with a grab over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Back now at FedEx Field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Over here.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Rodgers to Montgomery on the draw. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Hey, check 26. Zone.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And now running right through it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Over here. Over.
following the penalty. Montgomery. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Crosby on now to kick it away. Marshall now, the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Smith operating from the gun. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. From the 50, it's Smith. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
4 down.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Hey, on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's go. 15.
They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that dig?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. If people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently. But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go, come on. Hey, 26.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
Let's go, come on.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Packers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.